Breaking news. Obasanjo joins northern politicians, begs for restructuring to keep Biafrans in one Nigeria. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 20th of February 2024, and I have a breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. I don't want to waste your time. I just want to go straight and read the news in details. As you can see on your screen, I will be reading from Nigerian Tribune. Now, before moving forward, I just want to let you know, in case you are listening to me from our old YouTube platform, which is Biafra Unite in capital letter, I want you to understand that we are passing through some difficulties with this very platform. So we have created a new YouTube channel and of course a new Facebook page, which the links are in the description section. I want to ask you to click the links and of course subscribe to our new YouTube channel and our new Facebook page, because moving forward, those are the places we will be dropping all our latest updates. So let us read the news in full details. And according to their own headline, they said, economic crisis, Obasanjo calls for devolution of power, resources to states. You and I understand the meaning of devolution of power to states and of course local governments. That is typically restructuring, which the Northern Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom politicians have of course supported in just concluded meetings by the House of Representatives. Now, Obasanjo has thrown his weight behind the agitation for both state policing and devolution of power to states and local governments, which is overall known as restructuring of the damnable Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And they said, a former Nigerian president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, has said that the current economic crisis being faced in the country is because of a lack of productivity among Nigerians and mismanagement of the availability of resources. He also called for the devolution of power and resources from the federal government to the states and local governments to ensure effective management of resources and reduce competition at the center. Obasanjo, who was represented by the former governor of Niger State, Babangida Aliyu, spoke as a guest of honor at the public presentation of the book Court and Politics, authored by Dr. Umar Ardo. The book chronicled the first-hand experience of the author in politics and the court. Ardo was the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party (SDP) in the last election in Adamawa State and recently lost his bid to annul the election of Governor Ahmadu Fintiri. At the book launch, Prof. Ango Abdullahi, a member of the Northern Elders Forum, threw his weight behind moves by some lawmakers to return Nigeria to the parliamentary system of government. Abdullahi, a former vice-chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, said it was glaring that the presidential system has failed Nigeria. Hence, the country should be returned to a parliamentary system, which he said was better for the nation. Obasanjo, however, disagreed with Ango Abdullahi on the call for a return to the parliamentary system, noting that what is needed to be done to put the country on the path of progress is attitudinal and political culture to strengthen the system. He said contributions were based on two key issues: productivity and political culture. Obasanjo, who served as Nigeria's head of state from 1966 1977 to 1979, and later as elected president from 1999 to 2007, noted that the foundation of any economy is the productivity of the sum total of the nation's people and its resources, saying everybody is lamenting that the economy has gone under because the productivity has never been there. The productivity has never been there. Which Obasanjo ruled the zoo for 8 good years from 1999 to 2007. Let us just forget about the military regime, which he ruled for 3 years. For 3 good years. From 1976 to 1979. Let us throw that one in the garbage and focus the recent one, which the so-called democracy returned to the zoo called Nigeria. Oh, Obasanjo, during that time, you were not aware, you were never aware that productivity has never been there. You had the opportunity to amend the stupidity and idiocy that you called constitution. You really amended it, but allowed your handlers, the Fulani Caliphate, to overshadow you, overshadow every single thing in the government in order to make the constitution to suit their own people. And today, nobody has the temerity to change it, because they are now practicing the so-called democracy, which everything has to be debated in the House of Representatives and Senate. Have you seen that? And they have more population both in the House of Representatives and the Senate. So you can't change it. Never. You can't. Obasanjo, you had the opportunity, but you never done anything. And today you are telling us that the productivity has never been there. Has never been there. You see the issue there. He said has never been there. Had it been, he said that the productivity has, changed or has, declined, it would have been better maybe that when he was the president, the productivity was there, but now it is no longer there. But he said it has never been there. So what were you doing for 8 good years? Shame. Now, according to him, Nigeria's oil production is about 1.7 million barrels per day, while almost the same quantity is stolen every day, adding that other countries that produce about 5 million barrels could account for them. How can you talk about the economy when you have kidnappers? Now pay attention, my people. This is the place that drew my attention to this very news. He said, how can you talk about the economy when you have kidnappers, bandits, Boko Haram, IPOB, and all these bad people making life difficult for farmers and school children? He said, and school children, he said. He mentioned IPOB. Obasanjo wants devolution of power in the name of restructuring because he wants the Biafran people to remain under the slavery of Fulani Caliphate. In the name of one almighty zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Obasanjo, you came very, very late. Somebody should tell Obasanjo that he came very late. I am happy he mentioned the IPOB here. I'm sure after this very news now, the idiot called the Mapawales who write junk trying to debunk it, because he mentioned Boko Haram and he mentioned IPOB at the same time. We are not debunking anything. He said IPOB is there, therefore you cannot talk about the economy. I love that. I love it so much. Now he said making life difficult for farmers, which is for sure bandits and Boko Haram, and school children. I don't know when he talk about school children, maybe those kidnapping school children in Chibok, or the sit at home that we carry out every single Monday of every week in Biafra land. So I don't know when he mentions school children. I don't know which part. Maybe he's talking about IPOB. So he said, you cannot talk about economy. You cannot talk about the economy when you have IPOB there, because we, the Biafran people, have completely crashed the economy of the Zoological Republic. We crash the economy via our civil disobedience, which is sit at home. We also crash the economy through our activities in the oil sector, because we said we can no longer allow oil exploitation of Biafra land. We can no longer allow exploitation of oil in Biafra land. And of course, you all know that the so-called zoo economy is based on the oil. They have clay, they have diamond in Adamawa, they have gold, they have even the one they call Californium, which the Hamas are currently mining in the northern part of the zoo. They have it. Californium is the most expensive solid resources in the whole wide world. They have it in the northern part of the zoo, but it does not generate any GDP. It does not generate any money into the purse of the federal government of the zoo. Individuals are mining it. That is the reason why they are forming all kinds of terrorist organizations in the northern part of the zoo in order to control those resources and take over the entire land. You see that? We say no. We said never. We can no longer allow such nonsense to continue in Biafra land. He blamed northern leaders for the backwardness of the region, saying it was not correct when Ango Abdullahi said the north has failed itself. Don't say northern Nigeria failed when you produce somebody who does not know what to do. We should be blaming those people. The second issue is that you imported the parliamentary system in 1960 without the requisite political culture to hold it. Now you imported the presidential system, and I have heard people say to bring back the parliamentary system again. Nobody who remembers the coup of 1966 will associate that coup with the elections of 1965, leading to the killing and murdering of people in the name of politics. No matter what you bring and no matter what you import, if the political culture is not there, it will not work. To bring it back home, no matter what you bring, if the political culture is not there, the same attitude, the same people, the same ways of doing things, we are wasting our time. Obasanjo finally opened his eyes. He insisted that 24 years of practicing the presidential system were not enough, saying the important thing is to devolve power and resources to the states and certain jobs from the federal to state and local governments. He said this will reduce the competition at the center back to the electorate, saying that in some local governments, people who have not even finished primary school, man of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Prince Uche Secondus, called for judicial reform, arguing that the judiciary as it is constituted has failed the country. He said, the case of Plateau State is a typical case that needed national attention. Our system here, be it military, civilian, or democratic, is based on sentiment and emotions and have crept into our laws and politics. I believe we have reached a stage where, like Professor Abdullahi has said, we have all failed and come short of the glory of God. And we need to repent so that the country can be good for the next generation. Story. Uche Secondus only believe. Do you really know the meaning of next generation? Because I believe that if you know the meaning of next generation, you as a person, Uche Secondus, you shouldn't be in politics till today. You shouldn't be hovering around the seat of power till today. You should be retired. You should be sitting in your hometown taking care of cattle and goats and chicken and allow the so-called next generation to take over. But no, lo and behold, you are there hovering around the seat of power each and every year in, year out. When do you want the next generation to take over? The next generation is now becoming old. Mad people everywhere. They say chairman of the committee for the book launch, Shehu Gabam, said Nigeria would continue to have challenges in politics and the electoral process as long as courts continue to base their judgment on technicalities rather than facts of the issues. Gaba noted that part of what brought Nigeria to where it is today is that we have a body, the Independent National Electoral Commission, empowered by the law to conduct elections, and another arm of government, the Judicial Court, that decides on who is elected. He urged Nigerians to be united and courageous in telling the authorities to do the right thing, adding that being coward is not the solution. There is no Nigerians, my people. There is nothing like Nigerians. There is absolutely nothing like Nigerians, because there is never anything like Nigeria. If you are a Nigerian, shame unto you. I am a Biafran. That is my identity. I don't know about you. So Obasanjo is today calling for devolution of power, aka restructuring of the zoo, in order to keep the people he called IPOB, the Biafran people, in one almighty zoological republic. And at the same time, he has admitted that IPOB has crashed the so-called economy of the damnable zoological republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And I have one word for him. It is too late. Biafrans are going. We are leaving the zoo, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. Thank you, my people. To salo no mozia and make it go viral.